Welcome to What's Really Good podcast, another edition tonight. We got a bunch of interesting topics to talk about tonight. It's been a lot of bullshit that's been going on the last couple of days, last couple of months, but really the last couple of days. They're talking about opening up the state again. I want to know what y'all think. If it's too early, if it's too soon, if it's overdue, what are they doing? Are they doing the right thing by opening up the state, starting the first round May 15th for I think it's like for essentials, and then the first is another round, and the third is for like gyms and beaches and shit like that. So, Kaylin, what you think about them opening up the state?
Well, last time I checked, they were talking about extending the stay-at-home order to July. So I'm getting mixed reports as far as California and other places in the world is talking about opening up. As far as California itself, I believe that they're talking about extending the stay-at-home order to at least July. It's not official, but that's what they're talking about.
Right, because the last time I checked, it was still the phase thing. I heard the rumors about the extension, but it hasn't became official. But what was official was the order of, them opening it up. So, just want to know what you thought about that. Ken, what you think about them opening up?
Ken here? I don't believe Ken's in here.
Ken ain't on. Taz, what you think about them opening up the states?
Man, look, I just traveled 4 states, right?
Yep.
From California, so I went through Arizona, went through New Mexico, I think, and Texas. I ended up in Texas, and then I got here. Nigga, they not taking it serious, no. Like, I think it's, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but it's like is it a hoax? Is it real? Because if it's so real and so many people was dying, why would they open it up so fast? They like in a rush to open the shit up. So I don't know. I traveled. I see a lot of people not really taking it too seriously. Even out here, like it's just it's different. Like they got a stay-at-home order. They got stuff closed down. Certain stuff is not open. But at the same time, in the hood, like you go to the hood, you go down the street, you go this way, then this motherfucker's out. So I just think a lot of people are just not really taking it serious. And the government probably just like, hey, shit, they're going to stay out. They're going to be outside anyway, so what the hell can we do? They can't stop it. Everybody's still hanging out.
That's an interesting point. A lot of people haven't been taking it serious. And, even out here in California, you see people at the beaches. You see people still, throwing parties, doing stripper parties, all type of stuff. So, Jacady, what's your thoughts on it?
Man, I would just say, I think it really depends on the business now. I just think that if a business has a plan that can bring, I guess, security to its clientele, then open it back up. Like, that's just the way I see it. I mean, germs is all over the place, like, and I know it's killing a lot of people, but I don't think it's as big as it is. Now me, I'm still quarantined and I ain't going nowhere. I'm have my mask and everything like that. But if the numbers of deaths are dropping and you kind of sort of got a blueprint for your business, I know 24 hours switched up they flow. They're making you go through the app and reserve your spot now. And then it's like, not everybody can go in at one time, so that you got to reserve your spot. You got like 30 minutes to an hour, and then you got to get out, and then they're going to send the next wave of people in the next hour, So that's what I think. I just think it's on the business. If they're going to open things back up, or if everything should still be closed, and if it's like that, I mean, like Stater Brothers, Vons, and stuff like that, they didn't never close their doors.
Yeah, those are essentials, grocery stores and everything. Me, I personally don't think they should. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with it being extended because of just the safety part. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really taking it that serious at first either, but it's definitely a real thing going. And I just think that they should just go ahead and extend it until, you know, we don't need it no more. You know, Mike Flex, what's up, buddy? What's up, dog?
Yo,
What you think?
look, we had a couple restaurants or like buffet type restaurants that closed. See, those type of establishments might not come back. Like buffet style restaurants like Steak and Stern or some shit, and some other restaurants, some big time restaurants. I think, yeah, we're gonna have to move forward, but we have to be responsible. Certain businesses won't come back, in my opinion. What I'm saying, the close proximity type establishments. I mean, the takeouts, you know, that's good. But those type of family type of what's it called, cast and carols, or the buffets, those type of restaurants where you can get a good meal with the family for a low, budget type of deal. I think that's gone. That's out of the gate. So I'm kind of worried. It's a 50-50 thing. 50% of the population is going to wear the mask. 50% of the population ain't. And that's just how you got to do with it. So what we got to figure out is let's not discriminate against those who wear the mask, and let's not discriminate against those who don't wear the mask. That's how I leave it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. You know, we definitely have to take the necessary steps in order to stop this thing from spreading. You know, leading to my next subject is sports. They talking about bringing up sports back and playing games with no fans. It's hard to imagine games with no fans. So, Jaquetti, what you think about games with no fans, man? Could you imagine watching an NBA game with no fans?
Nah, man. No. At the end of the day, it's their job. I don't think they play basketball just to play against each other and have no fans or anything. Just imagine having the NBA finals and it's just you and the other team. Like, how are you really going to celebrate? I think it goes back to like the other question you asked. I think the NBA should just wait until they have a format that will allow the fans to be comfortable being in there. So I it's like me going to work and ain't no customers walking in. You know how boring that is? like you're just sitting there all day. You getting paid, but man, nah, that's gonna be boring.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It's my thing is, with basketball or NBA especially, home court advantage has a lot to do with the fans, and that home court advantage can determine the outcome of a series pretty much. So without the fans, I think it's like a pickup game. So, Kalen, what you think? You disagree or agree with that?
I disagree. If you ever hear about the legendary private gym runs, and a lot of the players rave to their private gym runs that they go through that nobody gets to see. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is like, they don't need fans to be competitive. Now the home court advantage is gonna be eradicated. So all the games are played. So basically there won't be no more home court advantage. It'll be more like March Madness NCAA tournament, where it's held in locations and there is no home court advantage. Best team wins. So competitively, we might see the most competitive basketball that we've ever seen with no fans.
Oh, no, I'm going to have to shut you off on that one. The most competitive without the fans? Nah. I think you need the fans to go ahead and give you that boost. This ain't the NCAA, this is the NBA, and that's not the NBA way to have a NCAA tournament. You need a 7-game series with a home and road. If this is how it's going to be, it has to be an asterisk next to whoever wins this next championship. Mike Flex, what do you think about it?
the asterisk is going to be here on out, fam. You do what I'm saying? Until like maybe I give it a couple years. Swear to God, because like I say, it's going to be 50-50. You got a stadium with 50,000 seats, 25,000 people going to show up. Would that be conducive to the owner of the stadium to keep them doors open if you got to keep paying those overheads? Or is he going to do some, virtual reality type shit where motherfuckers put goggles on their head and sit in the living room and act as if? You know what I'm saying? And then be right there. I mean, what we're talking about is straight change of culture right now. You think what I'm saying? Like what we used to doing, are we gonna go back to that? I don't think like we can still like he said, it's gonna be straight up competitive. It won't be the stay at home, none of that. It's gonna be straight down the middle because the fans is gonna be straight down the middle. You dig what I'm saying? They're not gonna be able to. Oh, Jordan ain't coming to town, so I'm a fan. I'm a straight up fan based upon skill set, and whatever they can give me, I'm gonna take. The fans are gonna take whatever they can give them. So.
Okay, I got you. Ken, what you think about this? We getting all type of different, how people are looking at it. Everybody looking at it different, pretty much. So, what you think about it?
Well, for me, I think it's definitely it's not going to be a watch for the novice basketball fan. The pressure of the fans weighing on just the referee can be a lot more fundamental. And it might be a little bit more injury prone too. Because again, the refs can really look at it objectively. And
Hey, Ken, turn your camera on.
Keep going.
No, my train of thought was derailed. Can y'all see me?
No.
All right, just go to the next question. I'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah, so I wanted to get your thoughts on this, Tez. What you think about, playing ball without no fans in the NBA in particular?
Man, that's gonna be some bullshit basketball. I don't care what nobody say. Without no fans, like nigga, if you want to go play basketball, your mama in the stands. You gonna play the same? I think it's not gonna be as much. It's not gonna be as much joy to play. Like that's what they do it for. They get paid to play for the fans. So whoever was saying that's gonna be no. There's not no game without the fans. Period.
Period. Point blank. No game without the fans. Period. Point blank. It's I think the U.S. with the global pandemic thing that's going on right now, it's been the first time where pretty much all of the nations kind of been on the same page. The first time in history, you know what I mean? Everybody went on lockdown and together in unison. But Germany, has taken some steps in opening back up. They call it bold steps, but the steps that the U.S. is following, the 3-step phase where it's going to take the essentials, then the other businesses, then the beaches and the gyms and stuff like that. Germany was on that first. So, Kaylin, what do you think about Germany taking those steps up to open up?
Well, I haven't researched the numbers as far as how bad the virus has impacted Germany. I know the difference between their setting and ours, but the fact that somebody's leading the way in the answer is a positive thing, because until somebody gets out and actually does something and deals with the real circumstances, we won't have any mode to go through and everything will be hypothetical. So I applaud Germany for leading the way and actually having the presence of mind to get out there and try some of these things and implement and not just talk.
Facts. I hear you. Well, referring back to the article written on the Politicking Network on the WordPress that Ken Williams wrote. Ken, what you think about that?
I think it might have set precedent. So Germany was amongst, they were all pretty comparable in all the cases, but Germany had the least fatalities. So the chancellor pretty much took allegiance upon his back and just pretty much opened it up. I mean, I think it was pretty much a good go. A lot of the neighboring countries, they obviously they thought the contrary. They didn't want that to happen, but their numbers were a large bit higher in fatalities, but the number of cases were comparable. So I think it was a good go. I mean, I've been doing some more research, and the numbers are still dropping in Germany last I checked. So, yeah.
Got you. Rob, you with us? Rob there? No, Rob? All right. Mike Flex. What you think about that, man? I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm scared, G. I am freaking scared because I'm looking on the script as you guys are talking, and the first thing came up was grade schools. You dig what I'm saying? Like preschools and grade schools opening up. And okay, that's cool. But G, what just happened in New York City like last week? They got a new strain of this stuff that's killing these kids, or you know what I'm saying, new strain of this business. So I'm skeptical on it. Ultimately, somebody got to be the scapegoat. Somebody got to be the guinea pig. And somebody got to, sit that way, because living like how we're doing right now is not obviously the answer. So more power to the Germans. I was going to say the Jews, but more power to the Germans. I salute y'all. You let me know how that worked out for y'all. And then, what I'm saying, in 14 days, we can holler.
Well, you know what, man? That's pretty much a standard. I just feel, they had the fatal cases, so of course they would be, first to take those steps. So, moving right along, the Jordan documentary, that has been something that everybody's been talking about, I guess, to solidify Mike as the GOAT. After you watch it, you just feel Mike is so much better than everybody. I haven't watched it all yet, but I've been doing a lot of studying and getting other people's opinions. So Isaiah Thomas, one of Jordan's nemesis, ranked him as the 4th best player he's played against. I'm not a Jordan fan, but I'm gonna call Isaiah Thomas full of shit. He lying, man. How you gonna sit up here and lie like that, man? Tez, would you please tell me what you think about that shit you just heard?
Hey, Isaiah, back to the motherfucker. He got swept. He didn't even shake that nigga Jordan hand. He just hates Jordan. He don't like Jordan. They just got it's something in between them. I heard something on the radio. Isaiah Thomas got mad at his nephew for wearing Jordan jersey during that time when they was playing against each other. Yeah. But he said his nephew didn't do it intentionally. But ever since then, he just never liked Jordan. They just always had something with each other. Watching, you get to see. They show you all three. They show you, they beat him twice. They beat Jordan twice. So that last time that he beat Isaiah now, they didn't even shake their hand. They walked off the court. Look, this is how mad they was. And that is pure hate, because he didn't even name who was better than Jordan. The 3 other players that was better than Jordan. I just think he just dislikes Jordan. Jordan, so he just dislikes Jordan. Like, that's like a hater. Like, it's like a hater move. Like, yeah, that nigga goes on the court. Like, who's really better than Jordan though?
Kobe, but that's another topic. Jaquetti, what you think about Isaiah Thomas saying that? I think he's full of shit. What you think?
There is nobody better than Michael Jordan. Not no Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant modeled his game after Jordan. We're going to leave that there. But anyways, there is nobody better than Jordan. You would not start a franchise. That man is on some crack. He is on something real good. That man is a hater with a capital H. That man is on something. He hates Jordan with a passion. He is big mad that he did not get on the dream team, because if you ain't putting Jordan on the Mount Rushmore, if Jordan ain't your first draft pick, come on, man. And to go along with the whole him walking out and everything like that, I think in the documentary it was saying that Boston did it to them when they beat Boston. So it was like kind of a tradition that was already going on. So with him not shaking Jordan's hand, cool, whatever. You mad, you upset. All right, cool. Keep going. But you don't put the man on a Mount Rushmore? No, you ain't. You all up in it, because Jordan is the greatest of all times.
You know what? I feel you on that, but this just reminds me of how much I can't stand Jordan fans, because Jordan fans act like that man is a Jesus Christ himself. And, I agree, Jordan has the best resume out of everybody, but these Jordan fans be going crazy with that. Oh, my God, Jordan is just so far from everybody else. Ken, I know you probably going to agree with this.
Who has a better?
Tell me, Ken, what you think about this?
About the Isaiah Thomas situation, I believe Michael Jordan is the best basketball player that's ever played. My personal opinion, but the bad boys did give Mike hell, though, and I think that people forget that. I think we wanna fast forward to after the Bulls beat the Lakers, but Chicago went through a lot of rough patches, a whole lot of rough patches. I think Isaiah Thomas wasn't a basketball player, but we still got to pay respects to him giving Jordan hell too. Though I think we missed that. I think we missed that. The Bulls had to actually overcome the Pistons. I think people forget that, and Pistons were on the downward slope too. I mean, they were pretty much out of their prime. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I agree with you. They did have to overcome the Pistons, but to Jordan's, in Jordan's defense, when Jordan was losing, everybody want to get on Jordan about losing to the Celtics, losing to the Pistons, but Jordan didn't have no squad with him. He was with scrubs, so what you expect him to do? So, by the time he finally squatted up, y'all saw what happened. Kalen, what you think about it?
I think that it all depends on who those three people are. Tell me who those three people are above Jordan for me to make the proper assessment. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make a bold statement like that and not not name the names, then that makes it just stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're just talking out your ass. And that's how we know you're an obvious hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some real hater shit right there. But if he says, like, Kareem and Larry Bird and myself, because I don't know, I'm a firm believer in putting myself over any nigga in this world. So you may not like it, but if he said, I'm a better player than Jordan, and he really felt like that, you got to respect it. So if he put Kareem and, you know what I'm saying, somebody else and himself over Jordan, then I could understand the statement, Jordan number 4 to me. You know what I'm
saying? Yes and no. I could feel you if you can make that case. Isaiah Thomas cannot make that case for being better than Jordan. If he actually had the accolades and it was close, then I could see him picking himself. But as a man, you got to admit when another man's better than you at something. That make, in my opinion, I think you can't sit up here and lie about some shit. Like, you got to be real about it. Mike Flex, lastly, what you think about it?
Yo, you got me on? Man, I think, of course, it's a hater statement. You know what I'm saying? Homie will say he's the third or fourth best and doesn't put no one above him. You know what I'm saying? He can name any number of players. But besides all that, I'm going to shit on this whole fucking conversation. Why is it that this cat that we love and is the number one player, why do people hate his fucking character? Do we have to throw this? Are we at the point where we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater? I heard there was a rumor that he had $1,000 meal and left a $20 tip. This is true. I give a fuck how many basketballs this guy can throw. You think what I'm saying? I don't know. I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a statement, but there's a lot of cats talk about this brother. Is like, yeah, besides the shoes, this motherfucker is fucked up in the mental.
I mean, yeah, we heard the stories about Jordan, off the court, but we was talking about, we talking about on the court. Of course, we all know Jordan's an asshole off the court.
It's God.
I gotta definitely this next Rob, I gotta get your crazy thoughts on this. I already know you're gonna say some wild shit. What you think about this?
Hey, I'm not, bro. I'm gonna just piggyback off what Caleb said. If the other three players he named are Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Julius, I don't know if did he play with Julius Erving? If he named those three, can we really be mad at Isaiah for naming those three over Mike? He played those three. That's, again, I don't know if he played, but he played those three in their prime. He played Magic and Larry in their prime. So if the fact that he didn't name the other three makes it sound like a hater. It makes it sound like, well, nigga, name the other three if you think he ain't the best. But if he would have said something like Julius, again, Magic and Larry, you can't be mad at that, nigga, because, I mean, Magic, Larry, and Julius at one point were the Michael Jordan of the league. So, again, if he would have named the other players, I wouldn't be so mad at the statement. So the fact that he didn't name the other players, yeah, it sound like strictly hate to me. But I don't think Mike the best anyway. So fuck him. Team Isaiah, nigga.
You know what? You can always count on Rob to say some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I personally think, Mike unquestionably has the best resume. I don't necessarily think that he's the GOAT as far as skills. I think skill for skill. I think Kobe's skills are better than Mike's, and Kobe played in a tougher era as far as wing players than Mike's. That's just my opinion. But as far as accomplishment, Mike is the for sure #1 player in league history. So, we're gonna get to that whole debate later about that. But, with this quarantine shit going on, it's giving us a lot of time to think, a lot of time to Netflix. You know what I'm saying? What's the best series that you guys have watched? It don't have to be Netflix, but a lot of them are on Netflix. For me, the best series I ever watched to this day is Breaking Bad. I just love how it started, how it ended, the whole journey. I want to know, Jaketti, what's the best series that you've watched?
The best.
You said, wait a minute, Breaking Bad? You talking about what the son? Where have you been?
Listen, I don't watch a lot of movies or TV or anything like that. But my show that if I went on Netflix and I wanted to binge watch, it's called Person of Interest. Yeah. So what Person of Interest is pretty much a government takeover where the government uses street cameras, target cameras, and everything to spy on you on your everyday life. Pretty much what they're doing right now. Using your cell phone and all that.
You know what? That's something that I saw 20 years ago with Enemy of the State. So I would definitely love to see another series like that. You know what I mean? Mike Flex, since you wanna shit on my Breaking Bad thing, you know what I'm saying? What's your series? What you got?
Son, don't get crazy with me, because I am a apocalyptic motherfucking person. I like to see how the shit ends. So anything with the world ending got me. So I think there's one. I think I wrote it down, Contaminant, but it's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. A virus breaks out and they shut down this part in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a current movie, and you just see how cats is trying to get shit from in and out, and the cop has his girlfriend locked on the inside, and it's all black shit, and it's some dope shit. Contaminant. And it bugged me out because it's basically what the fuck we're going through right now. So I would say that one. And it's a TV show. It's a show, yeah.
Interesting. There's a lot of apocalyptic, series. I watch a lot of them, but The Walking Dead was popular for a minute. Ken, what you think? What you think about the whole series? I don't know if you watched into enough series, but based off what you watched so far, what you think is the best series that you watched?
You know what? I have no answer, man. I'm really not into Netflix series. I'm really not even a TV dude, man, to be honest with you. I mean, Sports Center, stuff like that, documentaries, but not really series. Can't keep my attention. I haven't found one to hear about them, but check them out a little bit. The interest ain't there.
Yeah, that's a popular answer. A lot of people don't really get a lot of time for TV or even interest in it. Just in this whole quarantine thing, you know, some been watching more TV than they have been able to lately. Mike Flex, what you got? You got something else?
And like, yeah, you gotta understand when you like watch a Netflix show or something. Like if you watch a Netflix movie, it gotta take you like 3 times to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like you start it, and you get up and leave, or you fall asleep. So it's one of those. It's a process. It's not like I'm gonna sit down and nah. It takes you years to finish. Like so, I understand your Breaking Bad situation. Can't say that much, baby.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was dope for me. I'll watch it again. Kaylin, you look like somebody that would watch something dope. I want to know what you watched.
For me, it got to be The 100. So it's about basically the end of the world happened, and they went up and lived on the Space Center for 100 years because the world was contaminated from nuclear. They had the World War III where everybody dropped the nuclear bombs. So they lived up in space, but they were running out of oxygen. So, and on the space station, if you commit any crime, you automatically get floated, which means they just let your ass out in space and you die for any crime on the space station. So they only did that to adults. So they had 100 kids that weren't 18 that were waiting to their 18th birthday to get floated. So because they were running out of oxygen, they sent them down to Earth to see if Earth was livable. But there were survivors on Earth, and it just turned into some whole crazy Hunger Games meets nigga Divergent meets motherfucking everything, man. It's just a crazy ass series, man. The 100. You check that out.
The people that are done wrong in that movie remind me of the black people. The black people, them is black people in that movie. They send them out to die after they turn 18. Mm-hmm. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Man, moving along, man. So this next one, it might, you know, we got a lot of testosterone in us, so we're going to talk about the ladies for a minute. A woman's role in society. Once again, we referring back to an article written on Can Chronicles, a woman's role, a perception of a woman's role in society. Ken, elaborate on that.
I got to pull that up, brother. Come back to me. So many articles.
All right. Jaketti,
pulling it up now.
Elaborate a woman's role.
For me personally, man, a woman's role is whatever my wife wants her role to be. You know, I don't put no limitations on what she's able to do and what she can't do. She's human like I am, and I just feel that a woman should not be held down by a role, as in, oh, you're supposed to just be a stay-at-home mom, or oh, you're supposed to watch the kids, or you supposed to wash the dishes, or you supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Nah, I don't think that. You get your ass up and you wash the dishes, and you that's just how I think. I think a woman's role is allow her to dream and have a voice and do what she wants, because for so many years we done and we do what we want.
Interesting. Taz, what you think about the perception of a woman's role, you know, in society?
Man, now shit, you see the woman role. Shit, they boss chicks. They got shit 9 businesses and shit now. Like, you feel me? Like so the woman is very powerful now. Like, so it's like it's for our role. It's like you shouldn't even be asking us what the woman role is. The woman is doing their fucking thing. Like, they do whatever they want now. Like, it's not like back in the day where they didn't have a lot of opportunities. So the woman is like, shit, You get you a queen, nigga, her role is whatever she wanted to be, really. She gonna do it. They like the women are different from the women back then. Like they was more acceptable of any type of nigga, like what regardless of their role. Now, like what they roles in life, like shit, your wife might be the president or some shit. There's no limits to what they can do.
There is a perception though that, you know, a woman is supposed to do a certain thing, you know, of course, dating back to the old days, especially, you know, years ago in the Bible days, you know, all the women were the one that stayed at home and did everything. But, you know, perception has been changed by some of the, you know, the feminist groups, and a lot of things have been changing with the laws over the years. Rob, I want to know what you think. You gonna give me some wild shit?
Why I gotta be the wild one, man? I'm the sensible one, man. I agree with Cortez and him. I think it's crazy that you're asking us what a woman's role is today, because, like they said, nigga, it's 2020. It's hoes making $100,000 off their OnlyFans. They putting their pussy on live and making $1,000. They making it work. Like these women out here these women out here are taking their life into their hands. They're not waiting for no nigga no more. If they were waiting for a nigga, they'll drop a nigga quick. Like, these women are different. They ain't like our moms and grandmas where you gonna catch them in the kitchen cooking and that's it. No, these women out here bossing the fuck up. Half these females I know are homeowners, nigga, making $100,000 a year off of just random shit. I got a homegirl who just started her OnlyFans with her feet, nigga, and she was already making money. And now she making another 20, 30,000 just off, you know what I'm saying? You never know. Like, these women are doing whatever it takes for them to not have a nigga, really. Like, they're trying to X us out as quick as possible, my nigga. They do not need us no more. And they're trying to show us, we don't need you niggas. So it's like, asking us, like, what's a woman's role? Like,
well, no, that's the question isn't what's a woman's role. It's the perception of a woman's role in society. So, you know, I'm not asking you what it is. It's just a certain perception. You know what I mean?
Like, what is the world looking woman? I feel like, well, shit. I mean, men still look at women as they want the woman. Some men will want their woman to stay home, but me, I would want my woman to work. Like, the shit. The perception of a woman is, in society now, the perception of a woman is totally different, dog. Like, it ain't like it used to be, bro. It's much broader for them. Like, they doing shit niggas is doing. So it ain't just cut and dry with them no more, bro. These I keep trying to not say hoes or bitches, but fuck. But these women, these women are out here really getting it, bro. And you gotta applaud them for that. I feel like they changed the perception of themselves over the years, even with, like, you can even say Amber Rose is the slut walk. Like, regardless of how you feel about that, there's women who are saying, like, we're trying to take that word and make it, you know, powerful for us. So women are trying to change the whole perception on themselves, bro. And you got to applaud them for that. So I think women are changing the perception of themselves, bro. And that's what it is.
Yeah, the whole slut walk thing. I had somebody, I had made a post on Facebook talking about the slut walk. And I had a friend that she was a real big fan of Amber Rose about it.
And they love her.
I'm gonna get to you, Mike Flex. She was a big fan, and she kind of broke it down to me with the whole meaning of a slut walk. It's more of a women empowered thing, not just saying we a bunch of sluts walking around LA.
That's just sucking dick, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing that, you know? They're trying to take it like, I know people gonna get mad, but like the word nigga, you know what I'm saying? They trying to take the word slut like the word nigga. Like, they trying to make it empowering. Like, yeah, I am a slut, whatever, nigga. Like, fuck you. Like the word bitch, you know what I'm saying? How they legit switched the meaning. Black women switched the meaning of the word bitch. Like, they wear that shit proud. Until we say it. Don't get knocked out. Right, knocked out. But that's the same thing like nigga. It's cool for me and you to say nigga, but let a white dude come in this motherfucker right now and say it and no one knows him. We're going to feel a certain type of way because he didn't have to endure that word like a woman has to endure that word of being a bitch. Like, it means different when you call a woman a bitch. So they feel like they made that empowering. So, you know, I can't knock them for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mike Flex. I know you was trying to get on. What you think about this whole subject?
No. Sad part about it is, the sad part about what he was saying was, he was a fucking 100% right. Meaning like we taking these words that it's not fucking good, but trying to, put some positive meaning behind it. My thing is, as far as women in society, once man treats women as equals globally, like a yin and yang, because you got women doing their thing, but let's be honest, in the real society, they're not. You know what I'm saying? They still make 70 cents to the dollar or some weird shit. You dig what I'm
True.
saying? You know what I'm saying? They're still not. And we're talking globally. I'm talking about like chicks in other countries can't even learn to drive cars or getting shot in the fucking
Right.
face for reading fucking books. You see, that's happening now. So what we doing on right here is positive, but like if for us to transcend to the next level as mankind, until we respect the woman as equal, besides me and you and us 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, globally, this shit ain't never gonna work, man. Look, we've had a couple of prime ministers, president females in other countries that did some dope ass shit, but we've never had one here. We're not ready for that right here. You dig what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think
So
I don't
we're
think
not
we
ready.
ever gonna be ready for that. We
we
ain't never gonna
might
be
be,
ready
but
for
it
those.
might look, LO, we had a black president. We never thought that was in a lifetime. You never know.
Nah, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. There's a lot of people with different religious views that, in the Christian faith is Christ, then or God, Christ, then the man, then the woman. So Ken, you wrote the article. I want to know your views and thoughts on the perception of a role in society.
So the perception is how are they looked at now. A lot of times when you compare just man to woman, you really judge it from a social economical tier, meaning that Mike Flex, he referenced money, 70 cents to a dollar. Like, sure, yeah. That's not gonna change, and all the nuances that follow. Like, we all know that. But I want to touch on things a little bit deeper. How a man can be in the house. I'm gonna read an excerpt. It says, "Women are career driven these days, and we can all attest to the fact that there are a lot of single mothers who are married. Ponder that. So it's even, see, the man in today's society, he's taking a step back. And I don't think that it's a woman's choice to step into a man's role. I think that it happened inadvertently because so many men out here ain't taking care of their business. So women are pretty much left with no choice. So yeah, the money's an aspect, but there's a lot of emotional aspects to where I see men aren't available. So I just wanted to touch on all that, but that's all I got.
Good looking, Ken. Caleb, I gotta get your thoughts on this real quick before we move on. You look like you've been pondering some shit over there.
For me, like you said, it's whatever the woman wants at this point in society. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of them is choosing to use their bodies to get paid, and that's the only negative thing that I have with it is that you guys have other ways to get paid than sexual things and showing off your body or a little play for pay. You know what I'm saying? But they're amounting grossing this money right now. So we really won't know the true ramifications of what's going on to 10 years from now. What did they do with their money? Did they flip them to successful businesses? Did they all start a boutique that lasted for 8 months? You know what I'm saying? So the story has yet to be told if it's a positive or a negative thing. Because if they're showing all this skin and doing all this stuff, and then 10 years from now they're going to be broke depending upon a man, then it's like, why did we allow you guys to do this? And now you teach on our daughters to live this way, and they're going to end up in their 40s depending upon a man the same way. So it all depends on what the women do with the money. Y'all think it's all fun and games now, but if y'all don't turn this into some real successful enterprises, then y'all wasted the era.
You know what? That's definitely relevant. When it comes to
Can I interject on that same thing Kenan was saying, because the previous conversation earlier, statement was, and I wanted to get on him for that because he was more of like, women are entrepreneurs and or no, his take was more like, as I was taking it, women have the traditional role of staying back and men, going out there getting money. So I was gonna hit him with the head with, there's a proverb where the guy goes out there and he leaves his chick at home, but then she goes out and she takes some money and go buy some land. And then when he comes back from doing whatever the fuck he was doing, getting money, he comes to realize that his chick done flipped some bread, even though she's taking care of the house. So that goes hand in hand. Yes, she can take care of the household and be successful in the real world as far as getting money. You dig what I'm saying? It's never going to be like the man going to make all that money and she sits at home on her ass all day. Those days are gone. I don't have a woman that wants to sit at home all day. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, wait.
I have to work harder to prove to her that I don't have to sit. You dig what I'm saying? I have to work double hard because she don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to cook half and half. But we are on that same page. Yes.
Can I ask you a question, Mike Fleck? One question, Mike Fleck. So
run it.
In that equal dynamic, because it seemed like it's split 50-50, or that's the attempt. That's the attempt, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel certain amounts of your power is taken away? Because it is so 50-50? Because she does have the zeal to work? Because she is so ambitious?
No, two things. Because one, you know what I'm saying, if you got a woman who understands like what a man is a man, you dig what I'm saying? B, and then two, you as a man have to understand what a man is a man. So that means like sometimes you have to bow down and let her take control of certain things because it just makes better mathematics. And does that take away from your man ego? That's a personal tip. You dig what I'm saying? That's a man thing. She makes more money than me. I ain't gonna say triple, quadruple. Why? Because she's a college graduate. You know what I'm saying? Does she make more money than me? Yes. Does she have more power in the household? No, because she understands it's a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Bills got to get paid. Kids got to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes at the end of it. So what I choose, or how I want to build upon that, that's what she is waiting to see. You know what I'm saying? Like the household shit is covered. Now what the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's what a real woman wants. They want to sit back and support the man and push him forward type shit.
Right.
And at the end of the day, man, I would say for me and my household, at the end of the day, my wife is my helpmate. So when you go into the mindset of thinking like, oh, she's taking my power away, I think it's more of a gut check for yourself.
Yeah, it's a self thing.
Yeah, you gotta check yourself on that, because at the end of the day, she's supposed to elevate you. My wife, I'm where I'm at, and I've seen the success that I have seen. It's because my wife has elevated me. My wife, I'm the breadwinner. I go out, I go to the world and try to make the money. My wife holds it down at home. She makes sure the bills are paid. She does what she does. And then she also comes to me and be like, hey, I need time for me to go create so I can go write my book. My biggest role is to support my wife's dreams. So if that means in certain instances, I got to take a backseat of my pride and my ego to go, I ain't washing these dishes or whatever the case may be. I have to take a step back because maybe I need to wash these dishes for my wife can go upstairs and create for her dreams and her goals, because at the end of the day, she's still an individual. She's still got things that she needs to do. So I would say.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So for me, it's more so of I don't feel at all that my role has. Actually, I felt less as a man doing everything, and my wife being stuck at home, not living out her dreams and her goals, and always putting her dreams and her goals aside to follow whatever crazy ambition I had. So that's just me.
I mean, it's a lot of different ways to do it now, because of how independent women have become. But everybody do it their own way. I don't think there's a wrong or right way to do it for anybody or any couple. Everybody got their own way of doing it. Whatever works for you, work and do that. Moving right along though. So back to sports, with the whole Jordan documentary out, and we're talking about duos. So the dominant duos of all time, there's a list of 5 off the top of my head. I want to know who everyone think is the best duo as far as accomplishment, skills, talent, what they went up against, era of all time. Starting with, these are the 5 I'm going to name: Magic and Kareem, Shaq and Kobe, Jordan and Pippen, LeBron and Wade, or Steph and KD. Caleb, what's the top, in your order, rank those duos all time?
I don't know about ranking them all, but I know that Steph and Klay Thompson, not KD, but the Splash Brothers have to be number 1 as far as the duo. They have changed the game. None of them duos have changed the game. Shaq was dominant. He didn't change the game. Kobe did his shit. He didn't change the game. Basketball will forever be different because of the Splash Brothers. And that alone, plus what they've done in their 5-year span, with Steph becoming an anonymous MVP, did LeBron even get one of those? I don't even think LeBron was unanimous. Was it Kobe unanimous? Kobe only got 1 MVP, actually. That's when I say that, man, I say that just off history, man. They did that shit, and they ain't even done yet. Well, they finna come back. They're getting this extra rest. This quarantine probably gonna be bad for the NBA because now you're gonna get the Warriors back with Steph and Klay.
Oh my gosh, as much as I love Steph and Klay, Klay is definitely not the other half of that duo. It's definitely KD, the finals MVP of 2 of those championships, is definitely Kevin Durant. Definitely. I think it's highly blasphemous to rank that duo over any other duo for the simple fact of Golden State Warriors had 4 All-Stars on their one team compared to 2 for Shaq and Kobe, or 2 for Mike and Pitt.
But can I say that the reason why is because that I lost my train of thought. But KD knew that he wasn't gonna get the love. That's why he left.
That's true, and it's undeserving. I crammed on him for going to Golden State, but I think it's definitely Steph and KD. Rob, I want to know your order with these top 5 duos of all time.
Well, first off, it's not Steph and KD. It's definitely Steph and Klay. Don't ever play my nigga Klay Thompson like that, bro. That nigga scored 37 and a quarter. Relax, all right? It's definitely Steph and Klay, not Steph and KD. I don't know why you're so for sure about that. But the greatest duet in NBA history got to be Shaq and Kobe, bro. It's Shaq and Kobe Bryant, bro. What else? Do I really have to explain that to people? Don't you know basketball? It's Shaq and Kobe, nigga. That's like giving Michael Jordan Shaq. What do you think? What are you guys talking about, bro? So Shaq and Kobe would be 1. Number 2 would be who else was there?
Jordan and Pippen, LeBron and D Wade, KD and Steph, and Magic and Kareem.
I don't really remember Magic and Kareem, so I'll put them at the lowest one because I don't really remember their game like that. But I'm pretty sure niggas gonna hate me for that. So 1 would be Shaq and Kobe. 2 would be Klay and Steph. Don't ever play Klay Thompson. 3 would be Kobe. Michael and Pippen. 4 would be LeBron and Wade because they really wasn't they was cool. And then 5. I put LeBron and Wade last, and I put Kareem and Magic over them.
Woo, yeah. Man!
But Shaq and Kobe number 1, bro.
All right, we agree on that. Shaq and Kobe number 1. But what's up with everybody ranking Jordan and Pippen so low? Ken, would you please tell them about Jordan?
Because they played scrubs. They played scrubs. B.J. Armstrong and Glenn Rice was not tight.
Ken, would you school them about Jordan? School him.
I needed to go before Rob, man. He actually killed it. I'm done. I can't even nothing to say, man. I need to go before him to make my point. I was gonna murder it.
Hey,
I ain't even anxious. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna reserve the right for next debate, man. You gotta come to me first and stuff like that, man. Ain't even fun no more. Come on, man.
you're welcome.
I don't want to do him like that.
You're welcome.
Hey, Taz, what you think, man?
You're welcome.
I'm hearing a lot of disrespectful, blasphemous shit. What you think about this list?
This list, some of them niggas don't deserve to be on it. First of all, I would say that Kobe and Shaq by far was the most dominant. So they gotta be number one. I'm not gonna shit on Mike and Pippen because this is like my first time actually see them play. They didn't really play nobody, but I think they were Jordan.
Okay, your mic is something wrong with your mic.
The first two superstars I really was playing with, it was Beyonce, and they can get more. If George said more,
Something wrong with your mic. Mike, I'm gonna come back to you.
who mine?
I see you. I want to know what you think. Jaquetti, you seem to feel a lot of fuckeries on this list. What you think about? What's your order on the list?
I'm tired of the disrespect to my boy Michael Jordan. Now, my question is this right quick. And then this will help me put my list in order. Are we talking dual, are we talking more like if you had a pickup game duel, or is it a team, a duel inside of a team?
We're definitely talking about a duo inside of a team. Which duo accomplished the most, faced the most adversity, and pretty much the most dominant duo? Who?
First of all, the disrespect to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They didn't play nobody. They had to go through the they had to go through the Celtics. They had to get through Magic Johnson. They had to get through the Detroit Pistons. Wait, hold up. Stephen and Clay, they good. It is Stephen Clay, but Stephen Clay didn't have to go through no hand checks. They didn't have to go through any of that. They didn't have to go against real defense like that. First of all, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, they at the bottom of the list because their duo got beat by freaking Dirk Nowitzki. So he at the bottom of the list. And then who else we got? I give Magic. I give Magic. And then who else? It would go Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Because them boys, you talking about adversity, them boys won 3 in a row. Michael Jordan left. Scottie Pippen still took the Bulls to the Eastern Conference Final, came back, and then won 3 more? Okay, then I'll go Shaq and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe, they had to go through Chris Webber. I'm going way back. They had to go through the Kings. Okay, cool. They had to go through Tim Duncan. Matter of fact, Tim Duncan should be on that list more than LeBron and D Wade. I would give him, or even I'll give Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett before I give D Wade and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Hey, LeBron lost to Dirk Nowitzki. I'm just saying. Michael Jordan is not, the Chicago Bulls are not getting the respect that we deserve. That man is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all times. Put some respect on Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen's name. That's all I'm saying.
You see?
Oh, you heard that? You heard that? You said, we deserve. We deserve. What the fuck? You hear that? We deserve.
Jordan
Put some respect on my man. Put some respect on his name.
Jordan fans take the debate and they make it about him. We talking about duo, not Michael Jordan. not Michael
Hey,
Jordan. We talking about the duo.
you gotta put, you can't, just like it says in the document in The Last Dance, Jordan says you can't say my name without Scottie Pippen. They one of the same.
But no one named Scottie Pippen. You just went on a 5-minute rant and then said nothing about Scottie Pippen.
Stephen Clay changed the game.
No one ever talks about Scottie Pippen. Yeah, Mike says that, but when do you talk about Scottie? You didn't say anything about Scottie.
Anything.
Don't need to. I pointed to the hat. I'm talking Chicago Bulls. That's all you need to know, baby. That's all you need to know. They're the greatest of all times.
Mike Flex, you seem to agree with that. Is that true?
I know I don't necessarily agree, but I like the energy. You know what I'm saying? I did go along with the likes of the
Put some
KD.
respect on the name, baby.
But I would have to say that I would have to put, the young brother up there, you know what I'm saying? What's my brother from Golden State? The light-skinned brother.
Stephen Curry.
I like him.
Stephen Clay, baby.
You don't think he can be in the greats?
Definitely, that's definitely another conversation. Steph is definitely.
I know. I just threw a shit ball in there. I'm sorry.
He's definitely an all-time great. Steph is an all-time great right now, but I don't understand how y'all trying to slide Clay up in there.
You don't think Clay will be an all-time great?
No,
at the end of it?
Clay.
Hey, they were winning championships before KD.
Hold on, we can't talk over each other. Clay is not in that spot because Clay don't got 2 Finals MVPs. We can't make it seem like Finals MVPs are so important for everybody else, but we dismiss the fact that Kevin Durant got 2 Finals MVPs, and Golden State would not have beat Cleveland without Kevin Durant going over there. That's just the truth. But Jaquette, I hear what you're saying about the Mike and Pip thing. There is a lot of
They only won 1 ring together.
Mike and Pip, they won 6 rings.
Okay, but one thing you were forgetting, Ronnie, is that they had a 72-win team without Kevin Durant.
A 73-win team that lost, so that don't even mean nothing. They lost.
Jordan went 70,
that shows
baby.
the greatness.
You have to win the championship. They lost. They couldn't do it. They lost without Kevin Durant. So with that being said, I think
who had the best season? Jordan with the 72-win team? No, the Splash Brothers took that.
No, I bet you Steph will exchange that 73 wins for a ring that year. I bet you
Jordan went 70-1, bro.
That for a ring. You know
Jordan
what I'm saying?
Went 70-1. Jordan went 70-1.
72 and 10.
72 and 70.
He won.
And 10.
I'm going back on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's neither here or there. LeBron and D-Wade, I'm not a LeBron fan, but we just can't act like they didn't do no work in Miami. Like for me, with all these duos, I think what separate Shaq and Kobe and Jordan and Pippen is they didn't have that 3rd or 4th all-star or superstar with them. D-Wade had and LeBron had Chris Bosh. Steph and Clay or Steph and KD, whatever you want to say, they had 2 other all-stars with them. Magic Kareem had Worthy that won a Finals MVP with them as a 3rd star. Shaq and Kobe, their next best player was Derek Fisher. So I think if it ain't Mike and Pip or Shaq and Kobe,
Horace Grant
wasn't
crazy. An all-star?
Hell no. Horace Grant
Wasn't Horace Grant an all-star? Wasn't he all-star when he left?
He's no.
Bro.
Yeah, you said it when he left. When Mike left, he went to the Magic.
Who did he become an all-star?
No.
He became an all-star after.
Him and B.J. Armstrong wasn't an all-star?
No, those aren't all-star caliber players. Just because you make an all-star team one year, don't mean you're an all-star caliber player. Kyle Korver made an all-star team.
Dennis Robbins not an all-star? Dennis Robbins not an all-star?
Yeah, but he's not a Chris
I'm going to go on mute.
He's not a Chris Bosh, but, we had a good show. I thank everybody for coming out, and, we have to get into these NBA debates and more in-depth next time. I got some more for y'all. Thank y'all for watching What's Really Good podcast, episode number 3, and we going to be out.